So then you need to make a decision as to whether or not it's comfortable to have your healing with them face up or face down, or do half of the healing face up and the other half of the healing face down. There are certain situations where facing down is not appropriate, and that is if someone is laying in a hospital bed. If you're visiting someone in a hospital bed, you're going to be doing the healing face up. And another situation might be if they have vertigo or something like that, which is just all too much for them to face down. So when you have clients that it's just not going to work facing down, then you do the whole healing with them facing up to make it really comfortable for them. And also, if you need to sign to your client, if your client is deaf or if you are deaf and hard of hearing, then of course if you need to communicate with your client, then you have them face up and you just simply tap and let them know that you have an instruction or whatever. So there we go, face up or face down, you make that decision. Thank you. So my supermodel today is my sister Wendy, whom I love very much. So the purpose of this particular video, firstly, making sure the feet are comfortable. I have a wheat bag here which I've just warmed up for Wendy because she had cold toes. It's winter here in Australia at the moment. And so we've wrapped her feet up in a wheat bag, and she explained to me that it feels really, really lovely. So have a wheat bag handy just for the same purpose. So I'm just going to pop a towel over the top to make it extra snuggle up warm for her. Here we go. It's just so important for our client to feel comfortable. And so I've placed this pillow underneath her knees because it takes the pressure off the hips. And so we ask the client whether or not they like to be touched or if they prefer not to be touched, because some people really crave to be touched, but some people don't like to be touched. And so we need to determine that before we start. And another thing that's really important is to let people know before you start where you are going to place your hand positions so that they feel comfortable with where it is you're going. Because I have started a healing on a young man and I didn't tell him where I was going to put my hands, and I got to this position and then he wondered where on earth I was going to place my hands thereafter, and so I thought we had a bit of a laugh about that, and so it's here. So we had a bit of a laugh about that. So I realised at that moment then that I really need to share with the client exactly where I'll be placing my hands. So I've already determined from Wendy that she doesn't mind whether or not she likes whether my hands are placed on her body or a little bit away from her body, and so I'm just going to do place on, and so I'll show you the positions of the hands. So this isn't actually the healing, this is just for the purpose of letting you know where you place your hands during the healing. Okay, so I'll just ask Wendy to lift her head just a little bit. That's it, beautiful, and down. And so underneath the nape of the neck, it's very important that you are comfortable. And so for me, because I'm quite tall, I put my legs into horse riding stance because I don't want to put any strain or stress on my back either. It's really important that you're comfortable. So the first position is over the ajna center, which is also called the third eye. So here and under the nape of the neck. So that's the first position. And now I'm going to, that's it, just drop. Beautiful. Now the eyes, just be gentle over the eyes. I don't tend to put pressure on at all. They're just above the eyes. And then the ears. And then the throat. And so put no pressure whatsoever on the throat. What I do is I just have the heel of my hand touching the shoulder for the throat area, just so that we're keeping some contact. And then the shoulders, of course we carry all those awful burdens on our shoulders, and so it's nice to linger on shoulders. We've got to get rid of all those burdens. And then the heart, so gently placing your hands on the heart area. And then the solar plexus. and the sacral area, and the basic area, and gradually making your way down in the knees and making your way eventually to the feet with your hands under the feet and on top of the feet. So that's the hand positions.